Hey everyone, welcome to the newest episode of the podcast. With us here today is Beatrice, aka Tasting Vegas. She is widely known in social media circles as the authority on all things tacos and Mexican food. I can honestly say there's no one else that is constantly on the prowl for tacos as much as she is, and she's consumed way more than I have. And if I need advice or anything about Mexican food or anything like that, I mean, B is the first person I go to. It wasn't until lockdown started last year that she really ramped up the business side of things, where when people like me were losing clients left and right and binge watching Too Hot to Handle, B was hustling her ass off, basically pitching and closing deals with an impressive roster of restaurant clients through her connections and expertise in marketing to the Latino community in Sin City. She's raised the profile of so many places that couldn't actually do social media before, whether it was because of the language barrier or not knowing how to take quality pictures or videos. So she's really brought on an awesome spotlight to Mexican culture and food to thousands of people on the daily. Hailing from Sonora, Mexico, with 27.5K followers on Instagram, Beatrice, aka B, aka Tasting Vegas. Welcome to the podcast.
Thank you. Nice welcome, as always.
Yes. Yeah. So we actually hung out recently, a couple times this past week.
Yes.
Most notably, yesterday we went to the Virgin, what was it?
What's
Buzzy Tea?
Yeah, I think.
Boozy.
Some boozy. Yeah, some boozy. Yeah. Yeah, whenever I read something like that, like one of those boozy or boo, I'm like, I don't know if I'm saying it right. I just know I'm gonna go and drink.
Right.
That's gonna happen.
So we went with it was us. We went with Ayumi, my wife, and Closet Fat Girl, aka Sammy. We had a fun time in the Shag Room.
I was happy to see all these people because I remember that I used to go out more to these events and stuff like that. But then as you get a little busy, you're like, oh, I really want to drive all the way there, But now I'm happy to be again out there. I was glad that I was when you told me you got this invite, I was like, yes, I did. Let's go, let's do this or something. I'm trying to get myself again more out there because I remember at the beginning that it's you want to go everywhere, you just want to be everywhere. Wait, you are always everywhere, but me, there was a point that I was like, no, I'm just gonna stay home. We're gonna go get some, because I'm always on the north side. I drive 40 minutes from my house.
Right. You live in Henderson, and most of your clients are on the north side of Vegas.
They're on the north sides, but I'm actually excited because I've been finding places more close to not Henderson, but the Strip area. It's still far from me, but I mean it's closer if you think about it.
Right.
Yeah, but I mean I was happy yesterday to go there. It was my first time at a hotel. Really cool. I like the vibe of that place. I mean, hanging out and just having this tea as drinking. It will be a place I feel to start, to just start the party, the pregame, or after, like you say, just to because the live music I thought was really good. I don't know what you think about it. I think it was great.
I thought it was good. I thought the food was okay, but I like the concept of the boozy tea. So they would mix Earl Grey with whiskey or something like jasmine with vodka or something like that. Each pot was 2 shots.
Yeah, definitely recommend the social butterfly, the Sammy, the Closet Fat Girl one.
The social butterfly tea was delicious and very eye-poppingly purple. So that was good for TikTok or IG. Then afterwards, we went to Kasi Beach to continue drinking.
Yes,
and then had some food.
Definitely, if you go summer, you need to wear a dress or shorts because I was wearing pants and I was like, but it was good. I like the vibe. You can feel it's cool, young, this and that. I like it. I enjoy there. I mean, being there, you just want to go to the pool or something, and just keep drinking and maybe some shots. And I'm so happy that they have mezcal. I still have to go try that. I think it was hibiscus or something like that, the drink that they didn't have because they ran juice or something. I'm always about mezcal now. So
I know. So
hangovers,
yeah,
and the smokiness. So I know a lot of people don't like it, but I'm like, this is so good. I just like it.
and then also earlier this week, we tried to do a podcast at La Cruda by El Compa, which is Vidia El Compa's newest location on 3111 South Valley View. I fucked it up due to the audio and not knowing it was going to be that noisy, but that's on me. Sorry about that.
No, I mean, still, we had a good time.
Yeah.
You got to try the food. So,
It's phenomenal.
What do you think about the food?
I thought it was phenomenal. I think it was the same great tastes from Badia El Compa, the original location, which you introduced me to, God, maybe 2 years ago now.
It was 2 years ago, yes.
Yeah.
I remember.
Yeah. And I remember driving up all the way to Northeast Vegas place area. I had never been before.
No one. Honestly, I feel like not a lot of people was like going to experiment that way, just to go and explore. I'm trying to say explore all those, because there's a lot of places over there that I feel that you can't find that easily unless someone tells you about it. Like, I remember why I always come back to Viral Compa in my life, I feel, because that was one of my first clients, like the first one that I remember his son sending me a DM and be like, hey, you have to try like this place. And I Googled and I was like, there's nothing there. Like, what are you talking about? Like, where is this place?
Yeah.
And so, because if you saw it, like the picture was like a wall. You cannot even tell that it was a freaking beauty place or something. And I just remember walking into there and I'm like, okay, I'm going to go to the north side, like I'm Mexican, like I got this. What's up? That's what's up. No, so I was like, I'm just going to go. And I remember like we drove there and it was this super small place. I don't know. Do you remember the first location?
Yeah, I do. Benches. Just in the middle of some rinky-dink plaza.
Yes. So that was one of the like, should I lock my doors or
right?
Hey. But it was on the side of a swap meet, so a lot of traffic through there. But you really have to be. I feel like one of those places you have to be looking for it, So we walked in and I saw this guy, just smiley face, sitting down, Rafael. And I'm like, hi. So I don't know if you text me or someone, text me. I don't know who did, but I want to try your place. So first time, I drove 40 minutes from my house to that place. So I was like, this better be worth it. Because that was when I started just like getting into like the whole north part of Vegas, trying to like get that thing out of like, oh my God, it's a hood, like, what can I find there or something. So I tried for the first time and I was like, JC, by the way, was with me that day. And he was like, he used to travel a lot in that time. So when it was a day that he just came back into town and he's like, this better be worth it. I don't want to be worried, like driving like 40 minutes after being like almost a month out of town or something like that. So we were blown away. Like, honestly, in Mexico, where I'm come from, birria, it's a normal thing. If you're from Guadalajara or Jalisco or something like that, I feel it's more a big thing, but it's not like what it was here what it is like here in the US. Like all these TikToks, all these like posts, all this happening, So when I try that one, it's goat. So traditional is goat. Here in the US, they use a lot of like beef. I feel it has to do more to get to the US, like make it more American. I don't know how to say it.
They cater to the American tastes like Chinese people sell orange chicken.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yes, because the goat, it's more, I think you'd call it gamey. Like the flavor, it's a little bit more stronger than like beef. So I feel like not all people like it. And if you don't know how to make it, I feel like you will be like, oh my God, what is like, because goat, it's really strong. Like the smell, if they don't do it right, it's really like smelly. But as you try the goat, like you can take the taste. It's really good. It feels strong,
it's incredible,
but definitely good. And I remember just like, hey, Rafael, you know, like if I'm starting to do this, like I'm new to like social media, blah, 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 but if you ever need help, this and that. So he's like, I remember perfectly. He's like, no, I don't think so. You know, it was when radio was a thing, more a thing, and all this, like the little magazines and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then it was when you and Still Not a Foodie went with us, like, hey, let's go try it, you know? And you said, whoa, like I remember Tony, even he was very happy that you guys drove all the way.
Right. And I was thinking this better be fucking good.
What do you remember about that experience? Like walking in there, like
I didn't know what to expect it. I mean, but when the food came out, like the goat ribs, the consomme, the quesadilla, all that stuff was just mind-blowingly good and something I never had before. I never had birria. I didn't even know anything about it till that meal. But yeah, you bring that up now. Like birria is just so fucking popular, not only in Vegas, just Southwest America, and now you see it in like New York. I saw one place on TikTok in London that's doing it. Like, what the hell?
In London, I haven't seen that. Oh my god, I want to try.
Yeah, I think they're still using beef, but it was really interesting to see. So how did birria? If birria was like the average thing, like you're just used to seeing it around. I mean, how did this happen? How did birria craze become like this?
I feel like I started with. Sorry, my dog. I feel like if you hear some scratches, my dog.
I thought your dog was sneezing. Okay.
Oh, she scratched the door when she wants to come. She wants to be here, but no. Anyway, I feel like social media definitely had a lot to do with it, because I remember starting, I'm not going to say I was one of the first ones, but I remember when I started, it was, you were just taking like this picture, blah, 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 remember those times, this picture, post, blah, blah. Then it started like being like videos and stuff like that. And what's more like delicious than seeing this like consomme being poured onto like this messy, because this, I feel like this is a thing, like a lot of people think about it. Like when you go to a Mexican place, you want like the messy taco with maybe not everyone, but I feel like a lot of people feel like it has to be messy. That's the real Mexican thing, and you see these like tacos being poured with this like consomme, just throwing like cheese and this and that. And you're like, oh, what is that? I want that. So I wish I knew who started this trend, but I do know that it was in California. I know that California was one of the first ones that bring this trend of like the trucks, like throwing all this birria and all this consomme. So I really, really think that social media has a lot to do, and I'm pretty sure everyone can be like accept this, that it's like it was social media. We started to look at all these like super like the food porn part of it. Here in Vegas, I do feel that it was stronger there. And even though there was already places in Vegas that have birria, I honestly feel that one of the places, maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like one of the places that started the birria trend in Las Vegas was Birria Compa.
Oh, totally. I don't think anyone knew about it. Any non-Mexicans knew what it even was.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure there was already people selling birria. I'm pretty sure. I didn't know. I didn't hear about it until that happened. And a lot to do was when I started with Rafael. I remember inviting seeing Unlock and at a Hello Kitty event, Drew, and I was like, yeah, of course, like let's go, let's go try it. And I mean, Rafael at that point had clientele, but it was more the Latino side, the work, all this. And then Unlock went there. I remember it was Renee, Unlock, and Susie. They went there and they try it, and I could tell that they like it. They really like enjoy it. And he was besides you and Tony, there was one of the first one that went there. And I remember when Unlock posted about it, I mean, it really blew up. And I remember looking at all this, like Rafael